Greetings, family. This is your brother, Baruti Muenda Meriamen, also affectionately known by my students as Sabonim Harris or Mr. Harris, coming to you from my martial arts school, Choi Kwang Do Martial Arts Academy in the city of Conyers. For those that didn't know, in addition to my work as a master life coach and public speaker, I am also a martial arts instructor. And it's something that I feel very passionate about, something that I love. And the reason that I love it is exactly why I'm sending this video message today. As you here in the Southeast or in Atlanta are preparing to send your children back to school and possibly looking at extracurricular activities for them to be involved with, I want you to consider martial arts as one of those activities. And let me tell you why. First of all, let me say that there is absolutely, in my mind, nothing wrong with other forms of organized activities or sports. Basketball, baseball, football, tennis, soccer, lacrosse, ping pong, you name it, it's wonderful. I myself am a huge basketball fan. Go Cleveland. We'll get them next year. That's the subject of another video. I'm a New York Yankees fan, having come from New York. But what I realize, as much as I love sports, as much as I love the competitiveness that goes along with it, as much as I love the feeling of winning and the energy that comes from that team collective spirit, what I'm realizing, and I believe you're realizing this too, is that in particular for our children, in order for them to be able to navigate through all of the things that they have to navigate through, peer pressure, bullying, increasingly difficult paths with respect to advancement tests, the internet, video, and the ways that it can be used negatively. The one thing that's going to be critical for our children to be successful is that they've got to have unshakable confidence. They have to have a sense of belief in themselves that allows them to face whatever the obstacle may be and be able to utilize critical thinking to navigate through definitely some questionable situations. They're going to need discipline. The discipline that allows them to be able to say no when everybody else is saying yes. The discipline that allows them to walk away from situations despite how it's going to make them look in the eyes of other people. They're going to have self-control. How many videos have we watched or seen where our children are victim at the hands of those who are supposed to be in positions of authority over them, or who are supposed to represent authoritative, positive figures to them? Listen, I'm not here to come down on the side of anyone. What I'm saying is that when you have self-control, when you have discipline, when you have the ability to assess situations critically, to use the term that I use with my son at times, to think and think again, when you have those abilities in play within you, you increase the likelihood that when you face any of these questionable types of situations or circumstances, you're going to be able to come out on the other side of it okay. Not to mention the instances when you may actually have to defend yourself. The things that I just described are direct benefits that come from martial arts. in martial arts, the foundation is discipline. Everything about what we do is about discipline. The tenets we promote: humility, integrity, gentleness, perseverance, self-control, and an unbreakable spirit are tenets that are designed to serve you whether you are functioning as part of a group or, more importantly, when you've got to make decisions on your own. And here at JK Martial Arts Academy in Conyers, we take each individual student that comes in here and we work with them as the individual that they are, with the express goal of strengthening their ability and their resolve in those key areas. Not to mention, they learn a practical, effective form of self-defense that was designed by one of the greatest martial artists of all time, Grandmaster Kwang Jo Choi. Choi Kwang Do, as a martial art, promotes optimum health, fitness, and practical self-defense. See, we believe that learning martial arts is important, that it is highly critical that you understand how to defend yourself. But what we believe is that the more practical your response, the better. But then on top of that, that the attributes that you're going to learn as a student here are going to serve you whether you ever get into an altercation or not. In fact, the way of the true martial artist is to avoid confrontation whenever possible. So listen, here's what I'd like to do. As you, as parents, are considering activities for your child for this upcoming school year, for this upcoming fall, think about for a minute, could your child benefit from greater self-control, from improved discipline, from more stronger, effective, unshakable self-confidence? Could your child benefit from improving their health and fitness? If the answer to those questions, to any of those questions, are yes, then I want to personally invite you to come and observe one of our classes here in Conyers. Better yet, I want to personally invite you to bring your child or your children and come and train with me for a week. Let me show you the difference that we make in Choi Kwang Do and what the difference is that we make here at JK Martial Arts Academy in Conyers. You'll be glad you did. So again, let's be clear. This is not me trying to convince you as a parent to not participate in the wonderful, engaging activities that your children normally do. But let me tell you this, family. We cannot continue to move forward and do the same things that we've always done and expect a different outcome or a different result as it relates to our children. That is what I've heard some folks define as insanity. Come out to my school, talk to some of my parents, meet some of the kids, get an understanding of how they're benefiting every single time they step through these doors to train with me and my instructors. And if you can find it within yourself in doing that to invest 2 hours per week, we can change your child. Again, this is your brother, Baruti Muenda Meriamen. Thanking you for taking the time to watch this video and looking past any of the mistakes or errors that have been made in the course of it, and really zeroing in on what's important, and that is the development of our children. And by the way, maybe you don't live in Atlanta. Maybe you live in Indiana, or you live in Chicago, or you live in Ohio. But maybe you have friends or family that are in the Atlanta area. I would ask that you share this video with them. Repost it to your timeline so that they'll see it, or post it to the timeline of someone that you know that's in Atlanta. Listen, the stakes are high. We are at a point of near critical mass when it comes to the future of our children. The time for action is now. Let's do something. Let's take advantage of the one moment that we can control, which is the moment called now. Here's the number to my school. It's 678-664-4253. Give us a call. Schedule a time to drop in. You'll be glad you did. Again, family, Baruti Muenda Meriamen, thanking you for your time and for your attention, and I look forward to speaking to you. Peace and Ma'at Hotep.